for our portobello and eggplant roll-ups, lasagna roll-ups. And this is our eggplant, and basically this is about a cup of eggplant, which is a medium chop. This is 1 portobello cap. You take off the stem and you gill it, and just to gill it with a spoon just real fast to get the inside gills off of it. Chop it up, you end up with about 2 cups when you have a nice sized portobello cap. So you have about 2 cups of portobello chopped up, 1 cup eggplant. We're going to go over and what we're going to do, and this is our low-fat shredded Parmesan cheese. This is our marinara sauce. This is just a basic marinara tomato with some basil in it. We have 1 egg, which is going to go with our ricotta filling. We have 2 cups of chopped baby spinach, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And this is going to be our finished, the spinach ricotta filling that we're going to do. I'm going to cook a portobello eggplant lasagna roll-up. And this is a low-fat lasagna roll-up, easy to make. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to start by just sauteing our mushrooms, portobello mushrooms, and our eggplant in about 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use canola or olive, whichever you prefer. And once our oil heats up, we are going to throw in our mushrooms and our eggplant. This is 2 cups of portobello mushrooms and 1 cup of eggplant, both medium chopped. We have our oil ready. Now, and we're going to cook this down. It's going to take probably about 5 minutes, right around there. What we're looking to do is cook out a lot of the moisture. Both of those ingredients have a lot of moisture in them, so we want to cook that out so that when we make our lasagna, it doesn't ooze everywhere by losing the moisture in the lasagna roll-ups.
Did you do anything to the eggplant?
I haven't done anything to the eggplant yet.
Okay.
Just the oil in the pan. I'm going to put a little, once it cooks down and we lose a lot of that moisture, I'm going to add the other half of that salt, which we have a half a teaspoon of salt, which we're going to use for the total recipe. And half of that's going to go on the eggplant and the mushrooms as soon as we get it down. Just about here, we want a little bit of brown caramelization from the heat and the oil on there, and most of the liquid, as you can see in the pan, there's not very much liquid in the pan from those veggies. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add that half of that salt. I just added a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to this. I'm going to blend that in, and now I will add our marinara sauce, 1.5 cups to this mix. This is 3 cups, so it would be half of this. And blend this up really well. Turn my heat down just a little bit. And for this, I'm just looking to kind of mix the flavors in, heat it all up together. I don't want to burn it, I don't want to boil it. This will probably go, I would say, 2 minutes at the longest. It's probably closer to a minute, just to get that all incorporated in there. That should be good, and that is our base for the inside, one of our bases for the inside of the roll-up. Ricotta filling, we're going to do a 15 ounce ricotta cheese, low fat. You're going to put that in a bowl with 1 egg and 2 cups of baby spinach. You put that all in there with half a teaspoon of nutmeg and the 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and you blend it up with a whisk. And this is what it will look like when you're done. It only takes a minute to do. And this is going to be our other filling for the lasagna roll-up. This is our noodle. Our lasagna noodle. What we're going to do is we will take about 2 tablespoons of our ricotta filling, and we are going to line it down the middle of the noodle. Then we are going to take our filling that we made. This is the eggplant and the portobello marinara, and we're going to put about the same amount, about 2 tablespoons. Just enough to get a nice filling in there. And then we will we'll take a pinch of our low-fat, this is low-fat fresh Parmesan, and down the center. Then you will roll up. Start at one end, push as you go. It's going to roll right up just like that. You can see everything incorporated in your filling. You'll take your pan. Your options are, if you're going to do this for a whole family, you can take your whole casserole pan and you would take some of your marinara and you're going to put it in the bottom of your pan just shallow so that your noodles don't stick when you put them in there. Okay? So you can do this for 6 people, 12 people, however many you want to line it up. Then you're going to take your lasagna roll up and you're going to place it in your pan on top of your marinara. Some of your portobello eggplant mixture. You put it right across the top like that. And you'll line this across all, if you're doing a whole sheet of them, you'll do that on each one. You'll take some of your marinara and you're just gonna, you don't want to cover it completely, you just kind of want to drizzle it over a little bit on the ends and all of that. A little bit of your fresh low-fat parm, about that much on top. Cover your whole container with foil and you're going to put it in a 375-degree oven. Cook it for about a half hour to 45 minutes. Half hour is usually pretty good depending on your oven, how high it cooks, how hot it cooks. And then for about the last 10 minutes of it, take the foil off, sprinkle a little bit more of your fresh Parmesan on, and then pull it out and let it cool to serve. Another option that you have with these, since they are individually rolled up, is you can put them in individual dishes standing up, ramekins or any type of high heat baking dish. And you would stand up each lasagna in the dish, do the same thing but do it on top. Cover it, cook it, that way when you pull it out, you can let it cool and you can just ready to serve to each person. And then they freeze well and keep well also. And then over here, we have our family size lasagna roll-ups. Hot out of the oven. What I like to do right before serving is just put a little bit of the fresh right on top. The recipe yields 12 servings, so you can roll up 12 individual wraps with all of the ingredients that I just explained. It'll fill 12, make a whole pan for you.